Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's your man C Dougie here. It's What's Up, Doug? Bringing you a great Thursday night crew with you tonight. Dan Morgan and Dave Canales have already had their pressers today, and we are about to jump into it tonight, man. Appreciate everybody pulling up that's already in the chat. We will get to you guys' comments. We have a full house already. We will be dropping that link as well. So if you guys want to join us tonight, have a discussion with us with the topic that we have on hand, talking about top 30 visits, doing mock drafts today as well. But we'll also be talking about the draft, the path to the draft. So as we always do over here, what's up, Doug? We're gonna bring on the family, bring on our guests and our special guest tonight as well, man. So let's go ahead and bring in our guy Uncle Quan first up for the night, man. What's going on, Quan?
What's up, everybody? What be going on, man? Your boy Q, aka Uncle Quan. We are in the building, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. We got an exciting show tonight. We got plenty of special guests in the building with us. Like Doug said, we got a full house. You guys don't want to miss it, man. So definitely appreciate you guys pulling up. Make sure you hit that like button, man. Tell a friend and tell a friend. Share this, share the video, and definitely hit that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, man. It's about to go down.
Yes, sir, man. Yes, sir. Next up on the plate, we got our guy AJ from All Pro Sports Talk. Go ahead and tell the people what's up, AJ.
What's going on with you, y'all? Like Doug and my boy Quan said, we got a full house tonight, ready to get straight into this thing. We got the mock draft coming later into the live stream, but I can't wait to get into these topics, Doug, to be perfectly honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody being short and sweet, man. So next we have our guy Tony and CJ from Two Fans in the Stands. I call him Mr. Big Cousin Hen Dog. What's going on, Tony?
Yeah. What's happening? What's happening? Where it is, where it ain't.
All right, let me go ahead and bring our other part of Two Fans in the Stands. My guy, other Big Cousin CJ, man.
Two Fans. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
How y'all doing, fellas?
Hey, blessed,
doing
man.
great,
Blessed
man.
to see another
Blessed
day.
to be here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. All right, next up to the plate. Definitely appreciate another YouTube content creator that asked, can you come up and join tonight, man? No other than Mr. PPP. I call him D or Demetrius. Go ahead and tell the people what's up.
Yeah, what's up? What's up, everybody? Yo, I appreciate you for bringing me up here, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, man. Let's get this thing going, yo.
Yes, sir, man. So like I said, we already have 4 different content creators already pulling up, man. But we have a special guest tonight. I've already brought him on the channel. He did our first video going into the draft. We talked about a couple wide receivers. He gave his insight. I think that's possibly changed now. But let me go ahead and bring up Dunc from Unnecessary Bluntness, man. I appreciate my guy pulling up to the channel, man. Go ahead and tell the people what up, though. You on mute.
What up, though? There you go. There you go. What's good, man? What's good? Got to make sure y'all can hear me, man. Appreciate y'all having me, yo.
Yes, sir, man. So Dunc, go ahead and tell the people where they can find you at. Definitely. First, let me shout out Dunc. He just dropped a video. If you guys have not found it or seen it yet, he just dropped on his channel right around 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Talked about the presser, talked about how the draft picks can go and the history of the picks where we are picking at. So if you have not seen that video, definitely check it out after we go live tonight here, man.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that plug. Dropped a little bit of I guess analytics, history, little pieces about trading up, staying put, trading back, just all the ins and outs of that, man. So as we get closer to the draft, just figuring out what are all the possibilities, man. You can find me Dunc on Demand on Twitter. It's usually where I'm at most of the day. On YouTube, you can find me at UB Sports Talk. That's UB Sports Talk, short for Unnecessary Bluntness Sports Talk. Appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So, Dunc, you already know I'm going to open up with you. I'm going to go ahead and post some of these comments while you guys go ahead and dialogue. So, with the presser being today, this afternoon, what were your initial thoughts? Did your thought process change going into the draft? Do you have confidence in Dan Morgan? What did you think while watching that today?
I was a little shocked that they had it this week. I thought it was going to be a little bit closer to the draft. I don't know when we got it last year. You know, they had the whole proposal thing between with Bryce as far as Frank Reich and Scott Fitt. But I was just shocked that it was today. But it was cool. I was excited for it. Wanted to hear where they were at. Seemed like they put in a lot of the work already. Obviously, the last 30 visits were this week and local visits and all that were this week. So they, I guess, like the old folks say, the hay was in the barn or whatever. But it just seems like they are trying to make logical moves. I said it on Twitter. I'm like, I don't think they really said anything crazy, and it's just refreshing to hear that we have coaches in the front office that are wanting to make just regular logical moves that make sense. A lot of the visits that we've had have been a lot of the guys that are in the consensus have been highly ranked. And I think the 30 visits has given us a preview of what they're thinking. But Dan says that they're going to be flexible. They're going to be kind of ready for anything. They're not going to pigeonhole themselves into one position. The key that you hear today is just alignment, and the fact that they're trying to get players that the coaches want. I know last year it seemed like the system was square peg round hole. Like we're trying to run a certain system, but we don't have the players. I know we talked about the offensive line, the downhill running scheme that we didn't run with Frank Wright and all this and that. With Dave Canales said that what Dan did was brought us all together. Literally sat us down. Every scout, every position coach, every scout was in there and said, hey, what type of players do you want for this? Like, what do we want to do as an offense? What do we want to do defense? What do you look for in a nickel? Do you want somebody that's 5'10" and above? Do you want somebody that's a ball hawk? Do you want somebody that has long arms? How long arms do you want for your edge rush? Just get specific. That way everybody's on the same page and we can move accordingly and move together. Hopefully they make the next couple moves the best moves for the draft. I think this is a very, very crucial draft, not to be dramatic, but it seems like they've done the work to make sure they're in good position to make the best decision.
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Quan, PPP, or two fans. What you guys think?
I'll go ahead and go, man. I also agree, man. Just it's refreshing. Like I was just telling PPP behind the scenes, it's refreshing to have a coach that actually makes some sense with what he's saying in a press conference. In the last couple of years, of course, we had to deal with Matt Rule for a couple of years, going to the press, telling them everything and under the sun, you know what I'm saying, about the Carolina Panthers. And then we turned around and had Frank Wright, who was doing the same thing, you know, telling them everything they ain't had no business knowing or just saying stuff that just didn't make sense. So it's refreshing to hear a coach come on here and make sense. And we're starting to see this relationship between Dan Morgan and Dave Canales. We're starting to see more and more of it. And we're seeing a trend here. You know what I mean? It's actually a genuine relationship in there. So with the genuine relationship, that's a good sign. You know what I mean? So it is refreshing to hear that Dave Canales has a philosophy. You know, so they got a plan. You're not just going out here looking silly. And one thing that was refreshing to hear him say in a press conference, he spoke on like, we're trying to build a team. We're not just trying to build around Bryce. That's the thing that every Panthers fan has been saying. That's the narrative this offseason. How do you build around Bryce? They said, of course we're building around Bryce, but we're building a team. It's not just about Bryce. So I love the fact that they emphasized that in the press conference as well, man. It was a lot that I liked, that I heard. But overall, man, it was a pretty solid press conference, man. Not too much, straight to the point. And hey, we're starting to see the relationship between Dave Canales and Dan Morgan really at the forefront. So, yeah, man, it was smooth.
All right, we got a couple of super chats real quick, then I'll hand it off to CJ or Tony or PPP. Nick Trosse, definitely appreciate you sending that super chat. He said it's crazy because I heard a lot of people trying to say trading up couldn't happen. Dan said all options on the table. Nick Cash definitely did a couple of mock drafts, definitely said that we possibly can trade up. I definitely appreciate you with that super chat. Also, we got our guy PPP that's on the panel that's in a super stick. I definitely appreciate it, man. All right, Tony, CJ, or PPP?
I didn't catch a lot of the presser. I was at work all day and some of this afternoon, but I did catch a few of the highlights of it, and I did like what Canales said. Dan Morgan said when they're trying to draft players to fit the Panthers scheme. Okay, they want all the measurables, but they want the players to have that dog mentality. They want them to love the game of football. If they ain't got that, then they're not coming. Okay, that's what I took out of it. Like I said, I didn't watch everything all the way through, but I did read a couple clips from it. But like Quan said, it is refreshing to have a GM and a head coach that seem to be on the same page and are talking sense. So
I agree with you on that.
Yeah, man. I thoroughly enjoyed the press conference. This is probably the first time in maybe about 3-4 years that I've actually felt confident going into a draft. Dan Morgan and Dave Canellis alluded to the fact that they don't have to reach for anything because they've done.
PP, hold on that thought because CJ laughing too. Shout out
Yeah.
because he said, "Here's some bird feed money." That's for when I was back home taking care of Mama Dukes, and they had the birds in the background. And Tony was like, "What's that noise?" And I was trying to like, "Tony, go ahead." And he was like, "No, what's that noise?" There's some birds behind me, man. So I appreciate that.
Birds, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, shout out to the bird feed money. And if you guys want to continue to keep contributing to that, hit that little button down there with the little dollar sign on it. We appreciate that. Yeah. But I enjoyed the press conference. It was pretty good. The best one that I've seen going to the pre-draft process in a couple of years. I like the fact that they're both on the same page, but more notably is this, and this is what was alluded to in a press conference a couple of days ago, that they are working on terminology scheme. I love that because that's the forefront of everything that we're going to be doing as a team. So I'm glad that was the first focal point. We don't have to reach in the draft. They've done a great job in free agency, which they talked about, and so they don't have to reach. They're basically at a real prime position. And listen, just like Nick said, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to be calling us. We're in a great position. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be calling us possibly for that 33rd and 39th. Now, do I want us to pick a player? Yeah, I do. But we're in a good position in a lot of rounds. We lead the draft in a lot of rounds. So I love everything that I heard. I think we have the upside, and we hold the key to a lot of other teams' positioning in this draft. So I'm excited about it.
All right. Real quick before Tony goes, shout out to Nick again. He said, question for all y'all. Would you be opposed to trading 39 for Ayuk? We got a second highest odds at 6-1 to get him right now. Real quick, if somebody want to answer that one.
Yeah, I'm fine with that if the production is going to be there, which I think it will be. But I mean, would you be okay with Ayuk for a couple years, or maybe bringing in someone that may be here for 4+? So that's kind of the thing you got to balance out. Ayuk for 2 possibly, or bringing a wide receiver that we're drafting in for probably 4 years. So yeah.
Depends on what else they want with that second round pick too. Is it just a
pick?
Yeah,
I was about to say if that's it, if
Ayuk,
it's just the 39, then yeah, why not?
Go for it. Yeah, but if it's 39 and something else, I'm in the belief this draft we need all the picks we got plus some.
Facts.
So
Yeah,
you got anything?
No, I won't say facts on that, because one thing that Dan Morgan has preached and said at the beginning is that they don't want to give away draft compensation. They want to accumulate draft picks. So you have to know that and be 100% sure what you're getting with Ayuk, and does he fit into the culture and will he fit into the scheme of the offense for you to be willing to part ways with some of the draft capital that you have. 39, yeah, I'm cool with 39. I think you still need to draft the best player available of need at 33. And I emphasize that because I hear a lot of people keep saying just best player available. No, we have so many holes. There needs to be best player available at a position of need, in my opinion.
Yes, sir. What I also think is one thing that I'm glad nobody said, this team is not supposed to be built around Bryce Young. This team's supposed to be one of the best offenses that we can assemble together. One thing Dave Canales said, we're not going to do this just for Bryce. We need this offense from the front line to the tight end to the wide receiver to the running back to be a great offense. He wants Bryce to be 1 of 11 on the offensive side of the ball. And I know everybody's putting the hourglass and the magnifying glass on Bryce, but at the end of the day, Bryce has to do his job. If Bryce does his job, the front 5 do their job, and we actually bring in people that we can bring in going into this draft, in addition to what we brought in the offseason, this offense will look night and day. So I really cannot wait for it. When I say the anticipation is through the roof, not just for Panther fans, but I think NFL fans all around, because now we know it's football time back again. So again, if you are joining us right now, I appreciate everybody pulling up. We have a full panel. We have the Panthers experience with Uncle Quan. We got all pro sports talks. I got AJ. We got two fans in the stands, Tony and CJ. We got PPP. I call him Demetrius. And then we got our special guest, Dunc, from Unnecessary Bluntness. So I'm going to give shout out to Dunc real quick before we go into it. He had a live yesterday where he talked about the top 30 visits. I'm glad he didn't go in depth. So he can definitely give you guys a perspective where he's not repeating himself. So if everybody didn't know, top 30 visits ended on this past Wednesday. And we really had a lot of people come in. They visited a lot of people as well. And we're about to jump into it. We're going to have a quick breakdown. As we all know, the draft is next week, the 25th to the 27th. The picks that we have as of right now, before we're all hoping either we trade up or trade back, is 33, 39, 65, 101, 141, 142, and 240. We're in talks with 9 wide receivers, 5 running backs. We did have an extra running back that we did visit with on Wednesday, and that was McCullen out of Alabama. We did visit with him on Wednesday. Then we met with 4 tight ends, 3 offensive linemen, including a tackle, a center, and I want to say another tackle. D ends, we met with 3 D ends, 3 linebackers, 3 D tackles, and 2 corners. And we also met with linebacker Travion Wallace out of Kentucky on Monday. So the first group that we're going to talk about tonight here is the wide receivers. Here are all the wide receivers that we have been in conversations with, met with, had visits with. They were talking to Brian Thomas Jr. out of LSU when LSU had their pro day. Xavier Worthy had a visit, a top 30 visit with Carolina. Troy Franklin, Xavier Legette, we know that's a popular pick right now. Jalen Pope, Malachi Corley, Jalen McCullen, Tez Walker, and Brendan Rice. Fellas, what stands out to you with the wide receivers that we were able to bring in for the top 30 visits? Which one do you like? Did they miss on somebody not bringing in? What do you guys think? I'm going to start with Dunc.
I like the group. It's a good variety. I know some people are going to say they should have brought in Adonai. I know he's a very, 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 very popular guy amongst the Panthers fan base. He's a talented player. I'm not as high on him as everybody else. I thought I think there's some other reasons why they didn't bring him in, but I don't want to get into that because some stuff came out. You don't know if it's real or not, but if it is true, then maybe we have something reason that they were kind of skeptical on. Regardless, I think that the fact that I said it before, the fact that they traded for Deontay Johnson allows them to go for more luxury picks at wide receiver. Maybe if we didn't have Deontay, I may be a little bit more open to trading up to getting that guy, but anybody outside the top 3 is going to have some question marks about their evaluation. They're going to have some things they do well, but there's going to be some shortcomings. I have no questions whatsoever about the big 3. Outside of that, I could kind of pick apart any of these prospects, to be honest. But like I said, a lot of these guys can be luxury picks. You can shop a little bit more. I mean, you want to get an impact guy, of course, and get a guy that can fit in your team. But before we got Deontay Johnson, I probably wouldn't have been considering a Malachi Corley or a Xavier Worthy, guys like that, or even a Tez Walker, just because those guys feel like they can fit a specific role. But before Deontay, we needed somebody to come in and be that bona fide guy that could really step up. I think Mingo kind of fell into that bad predicament last year where we had high expectations for him just based off of how bad we needed weapons. The fact that he was a developmental receiver, he just was never going to be able to live up to that bill in his rookie year. And with the horrible coaching staff, we thought was all-star coaching staff, it was a bad relationship, a bad pick, in my opinion, for us. I don't know if he's going to be a bad player. I don't want to call him that, but I just don't think he was the right pick there. But like I said, I think we're in a position to be able to take a luxury pick and kind of find somebody that can fit a role, depending on what's your flavor. Do you want somebody to get over the top like Xavier Worthy? Do you want a guy that you can just give him the ball quick? He can, year one, play that LaVisca type of role like Corley. What do you want to do? So I think they put this, like Dan said, they put themselves in a good position where they don't have to really reach or get desperate, which I feel like a lot of the picks last year was, like DJ Johnson or Mingo was. So I like where they are, and I don't mind the variety of players that they kind of brought in.
All right, AJ, go ahead, man, because I know you follow almost everybody. What did you think about the wide receivers Carolina was able to bring in, or what's the wide receiver you think they probably should have brought in?
I would have said Adonai Mitchell, but with the reports that came out, I'm like, well, said, I'm not gonna get into it. If it is true, I understand why they didn't bring him in. Just because they didn't bring him in, they could still be high on him. But I'd like Xavier Worthy. You know this, Doug. You know that's my guy. Very fast, can take the top off the defense. I agree with what he said. With them bringing in a guy like Deontay Johnson, you have a luxury pick right there for sure. You can go get a project guy that could come in and he can be that number 3 wide receiver straight out the gate. I still like Jonathan Mingo a lot. He can still be a very good wide receiver at times. But even then, and Doug, I mean, you talked about it behind the scenes. It was a bit of a weird pick when they first made that pick. I think that Marshall Jr. will be gone off the roster, and you have to come in and get a guy for speed. So I think Xavier Worthy is my favorite wide receiver that they talk to for sure. And if he's there with the 33rd pick, they should definitely take him. That's just my opinion, though. I think he's special. He's a guy that can make some moves in open space. This is going to make life easier for Bryce Young. And he's going to be that deep threat that can open up things for guys like Adam Thielen and Deontay Johnson underneath as well. The thing is with Bryce Young, he's not your typical shorter quarterback. I know a lot of people are down on him because of his height. He actually can throw across the middle of the field very accurately. So you have a guy like Xavier Worthy going deep down the field. He can target him up a lot. He can also get the ball to the tight end as well. So getting a guy like that would definitely help out the team. And I like them bringing in Xavier Legette as well. That's a very interesting receiver to look at as well. He's not as fast as Xavier Worthy, but he's still a very good wide receiver that you can get the ball down to and screen passes and things of that nature.
Yes, sir. Quan, you want to go or you want to pass it off?
Yeah, man. I'm very high on those Texas boys, man. Shout out to Worthy and Adonai. I'm one of those Panthers fans that's very high on Adonai, man. Like, if this is the guy that fall to 33, you gotta pull the trigger, man. Like, this is, I mean, I'm not gonna say he's generational talent, but he's a guy that reminds me so much of CeeDee Lamb. I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a guy I definitely pick without hesitation. But I love the fact that we brought in Worthy, man. You guys brought up a good point about Worthy. I think we could use him in this scheme. And I think he could be impactful right away. I mean, the fastest guy, obviously, in the draft, broke the combine record for speed. But away, I feel like we could use him. I mean, I know a lot of people had questions about him being able to beat press coverage, but with a guy like Dave Canales who like to use a lot of motion in his scheme, you can use Xavier Worthy to kind of be that guy where you can avoid press coverage by using him in motion and, say, get him a running start and, say, kind of like how Dolphins use Tyreek Hill. We could use Xavier Worthy the same way. So I like Xavier Worthy a lot. I like Adonai Mitchell a lot. I also like Legette. I mean, what Panther fan doesn't like Legette? I mean, big, physical, fast guy, got all the intangibles to be a complete receiver. I mean, of course, he might be a more developmental project, but he also could be productive right away. So I like these guys that they brought in, man. I don't know. I feel like depending on how the board falls, we could be in good shape to get a nice receiver at 33 or 39, depending on how they want to go about it.
Yes, sir. Let me see where that comment went because I'm going to get my guy Tony to speak. Tony, you see the comment? Go ahead and talk about your guy.
Well, yeah, y'all already know, man. Y'all have listened to us over Two Fans and Stands. My 3 top receivers have always been Keon Coleman, Lamb McConkey, and Ricky Pearsall, just for the simple fact they are natural hands catchers. Like Dunc said, depending on what the Panthers like, depending on what, how they see each receiver fitting into their scheme. But one thing, I know for sure that any coach or any head coach or any offense coordinator would like in their scheme is someone. Number one, you want your receiver to be consistent. You want someone that can create separation, and that's a natural hands catcher. That fits in any scheme. Whether and another thing that a lot of people want to talk about the size of the receiver. I know everybody is big on Xavier Legette. People talk about Adonai Mitchell, things like that. You don't have to necessarily be a big body receiver to play the X position. That's not what the X position is about. Exposition is about, can you beat press man covers? Can you beat your man one-on-one? Can you create separation? Can you run precise routes? The X receiver position carries a lot of weight. For me, I want consistency over athleticism. So when I look at Ricky Pearsall and I look at Lad McConkey, I look at the production that they've had over the past 2 years in college, the quarterbacks they played with, whether there was a good quarterback play or not, were they number one or number two option in the offense, and what did they do with the opportunities that was presented to them. And when you look at either one of those, you really can't deny their production and their production against high level competition week in and week out playing in the SEC. So again, I understand where everybody's going with certain receivers, but for me, and also look at it from the type of quarterback we have. We don't have a Josh Allen type quarterback that has a big cannon for arm, or Justin Herbert or anything like that. We have a shorter quarterback whose arm is not as strong as others, but that throws with great anticipation, that is accurate and definitely more accurate over the middle than he is on the outside. So I need to find receivers that can not only fit the scheme of the offense, but also fit to the strength of the quarterback.
Yes, sir. Hey, real quick before CJ, you go. Shout out Young Mello for that super chat. He said, "Don't want a project at 33. That's a waste of a value." That is correct. That's definitely correct. Definitely.
I mean, in the second round, 9 times out of 10, bro, somebody's going. If you're not picking in the top 15, bro, you're gonna get somebody that's a project, But you just got to be able to identify a role for them off rip. You know what I'm saying? All the elite guys are going in that top half of the first round. If you're not picking top 10, top 15, you're not gonna get a guy that's gonna be super day one impact, bona fide. Just leave them in there, do whatever. You just got to be able to identify a role, and like they can grow. I mean, every prospect is gonna grow and progress, but everybody's gonna be a project. So I just think they have to make the right pick. They can't just draft an edge because they need an edge. That's how you pick a DJ Johnson. You can't just draft a wide receiver because you need a wide receiver and then you pick Mingo. Meanwhile, you got a shorter quarterback that needs separate guys that can separate. So you end up passing up on a Josh Downs, a Tank Dell, or a his name slipped my mind. Jaden Reed, guys like that. You know what I'm saying? You pass up on guys like that. You got to identify a role for these guys. And how they match up with everybody else. It doesn't matter about what they're, what I'm saying? Like when you're picking at 33, everybody's going to need a little bit of fine tuning. But like I said, if you can identify a role for them, you can get the best out of them in year one. Like I said, Jaden Reed, he went down to the Senior Bowl and turned up. I thought he would have been a perfect pick. Obviously, Josh Downs is a local guy. He could separate quick underneath. He's a little bit shorter, but I thought he was the type of guy that would have been a good pick. But the guy that picked Mingo is not employed anymore. So it is what it is.
Hey, shout out to my guy Gaddy over at Black Ball Enterprise. He also has some good stuff about to come out, man. I definitely appreciate that super chat. He said, "To me, outside Rome, Neighbors, and Harrison, there is no true number one. So for me, it's about the team. We need a corner and an edge first. Don't care the order." Okay. Appreciate that, man. Go ahead, CJ.
Yeah, I was going to say now, I do like the list of wide receivers, and Dunc alluded to, more, it can be more of a luxury pick. But I will say this, if they are committed to a wide receiver, say at 33, all right, we also have Deontay Johnson, who's with us for 1 year. Okay. Oh my God, what's the man from LSU? Dang, I can't think of Marshall. Marshall
TMJ.
Yeah, TMJ may or may not be on the roster. Okay, Adam Thielen, this is his second year. Next year will be his last year, 3-year deal. So, like Dunc said, at the second round, it's going to be a project. But my thing is, will it be a project that could possibly be ready to, step up to the plate, at least by next season? Because there is a lot of uncertainty in our wide receiver room after this year. So, but that's my take on it.
I agree there.
Hold on real quick. Shout out to Mr. Hunky Dory. He said Pearsall, McConkey combo white chocolate express. Okay. I see you.
Mr. Hunky Dory.
All right, so fellas, I and chat. I'm about to pop up a scenario in the chat. Either give me option A that you would like, option B, or option C. Let me take this down real quick. Let me hide this comment so I can read all the way. All right. So option A has 79 receptions, 984 yards, 11 touchdowns. Playmaker in yards after the catch situation. Very strong hands through contact. Not very diverse in route tree and struggles to get off against press coverage. That's option 1. Option 2, which is option B, would be 71 receptions, 1,255 yards, 7 touchdowns. Creates yards after catch, can be emphasized in quick game. Dominant and contested catch receiver. Not much variance in releases and footwork off the line of scrimmage. Route tree is limited. And to round up the options is option C, 45 receptions, 791 yards, 12 touchdowns. Very intelligent route runner, active hands against press and tight coverage. Long speed, adequate, but does not have rare top gear. Routes is choppy and gradual. So, fellas, which of those options would you choose? And then everybody in the chat, let me know option A, option B, or option C.
Yeah,
Hey, Doug.
No, go ahead.
Now I'll go tell him do the poll in the chat.
Oh, you may end that poll? Oh, let me end the first poll. Go ahead. One of y'all go ahead and talk, and then I'll end this poll.
Now you can go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm going to go with option. This may be opposite of what the chat is saying, but I like option B. I like someone that's going to be able to give me yards after catch. It was one more thing else that you had up there that it was right after that, but
Here,
yards after that quick game. You probably think about that quick.
Yeah, the quick game. Yeah. I like option. Yeah. I like option B a lot more than and also route tree may be limited. That's fine. When he comes in, he's going to do. He's going to get those type of yards, man. But the yak for me, dominate in contested catches. Yeah, I like that a lot. So I'm gonna go with option B.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree there, man. I'm off. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying I'm gonna go option B.
Okay.
Yeah, I also agree. I'm gonna go with option B as well, specifically because the emphasis on the quick game is gonna be important, man. Because Dave Canales told us in the press conference he want to get it out of Bryce Young's hands quick. Somebody that can create yards at the catch, be creative in space. That's the type of guy that we need. Somebody that can really take the pressure off of Bryce Young. So definitely going with option B. I know option C is definitely Ladd McConkey. He can definitely do that too. So I want to go with B, but I wouldn't be mad at C neither.
You know, I got the answers to the test, so I'm gonna tell y'all who was who. Did everybody vote?
I think the first one is Malachi Corley.
Yeah, I don't think C is Ladd McConkey because his
right,
route is not choppy.
A is Malachi
Facts.
Corley.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Tony.
Yep.
I think B is probably Leggett.
B who?
B kind of sound like Keon Coleman.
Nah, B is Leggett.
And C is it's either McConkey or probably Pearsall, maybe.
Who?
Pearsall, maybe.
Oh no. Okay, so I forgot to tell y'all this. All the options are people that we brought in for visits.
Oh, okay.
So if I need to let me pull up the visit.
Well, you cheated. You cheated.
All right, so here got all the visits, but Dunc has already got 2 out of the 3.
Polk?
No, it's not Polk.
Is it Walker?
Polk is a good guess.
Not Walker.
Now Walker didn't have 12 touchdowns.
Nope.
Troy Franklin?
Nope.
Yeah, so it gotta be a Brendan, right?
Gotta be Brian Thomason.
No.
Look at them numbers.
Brendan
Look at the numbers.
It's Brendan
Brendan
Rice.
Rice?
Yeah,
it gotta be Rice. Someone said, look at the numbers.
Yeah, gotta be Rice.
Like 17 touchdowns.
Hey,
gotta
listen.
be Rice.
Hey, if he had multiple choice, y'all see, I just start picking anything. Yeah, I ain't
Nah, for real. One of them got to be up there.
One of them got to be up there. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, out of these 3 options, man. I mean, if those were the top 3 options, then it's obvious that Leggett would be my option. Even when you talk about having a limited route tree in the NFL, you get with the right coach, that route tree can be expanded. That's something that can be worked on. I don't think that should necessarily be a knock against any receiver because depending on what college you went to, what scheme they ran, they may only require you to run 2 or 3 routes, and they may have thought because you're a big body receivers, hey, I just need you to run a 9 route, or opposed to something like that. A bang 8. These are two routes. These are the 2 routes that I need you to concentrate on. So in college that happens a lot, but in the NFL with the right receiver coach, with the right offense coordinator, they can expand your route tree.
All
Yeah,
right.
route running can be taught easily. Not easily, but
Yeah.
it can be taught.
Yeah, I mean, don't forget,
Yeah.
Dave Canales got history as a wide receivers coach, and then the wide receiver coach that we brought in from Tampa. I mean, he worked with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin and them, so we got some experience in here to help develop a route tree.
If they can't identify a receiver, man, we ain't gonna be able to ever get a receiver in this.
Right.
Facts.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Hey,
fact.
Josh said he wanted a route guy, but according to this, all of these have to be taught on routes.
But at the same token, even though I picked B, I still think Malachi Corley is still a good option.
Yes.
Yeah.
Malachi Corey's going up draft boards right
Yeah,
now.
he is.
He's especially going up draft boards. I want to say PFF has him in 65 or 67 range right now.
But you listen, and I say this again. I understand that he's a dynamic player, rising up the draft boards. What PF rank. All that. That's cool. The fact is, look at his production. This man has only been playing wide receiver for 2 years. There's still a lot of development there that has to be done. He is not going to come in and give you exactly what most teams are looking for at the wide receiver position right off the bat. He was a running back his first 2 years at Western Kentucky before he converted to wide receiver. So you talk about somebody coming. That same thing that happened with LaVisca coming out of DeSoto High School. LaVisca was a running back / wide receiver coming out of DeSoto High School and went to Colorado. Didn't pan out at running back going into spring ball his freshman year. So they tried to stick him permanently over at wide receiver, and he still hadn't really fully developed at wide receiver. Now you see how they're using him in the NFL. It takes time. I get what PFF is saying, the draft analysts and commentators and all that. But look at his production on the field. The same thing that you asked Laviska Shenault to do last year, that's the same thing that Malachi Corley is going to be doing when he first come into the league. His route tree is below limited.
That's my comp. That's actually my comp for him, to be honest. Is Visca. That's how I feel. I just think he's very, very raw.
Yeah.
It's I know some people like him because of the yards at the catchability, but he is very, very raw in terms of that.
Right. And I mean, I get it. I can understand, like Steve Smith. When Steve Smith came out of Utah, Steve Smith was drafted in the 3rd round as a punt returner because he was a dynamic punt returner in college. He didn't develop into the receiver that he was in league. I think it was like year 2 or year 3 where you really saw Steve showcase his receiver skills. Now that's what a diamond in the rough. That's not saying that Malachi Corley can't be that, but what he is currently right now, you have to look at what he has put on tape thus far. Because right now in the NFL, he ain't done nothing.
Yeah, and that I think that's one of the reasons why I kind of like Malachi Corley, because he plays bigger than what he really is.
He does.
Right.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah. And I
Like
think
I said, he was a running back. He got that running back mentality. When he get the ball in his hand, he thinks like a running back, not a wide receiver.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, we're gonna go to the next topic: running backs. So we were able to bring in Jonathan Brooks out of Texas, Trey Benson out of Florida State, Eric Esmond out of Notre Dame, Will Shipley, and we talked to Dylan Johnson at his pro day out in Washington. So, fellas, with the running backs, I know this is going to be a touchy subject for PPP. He asked me earlier today. For one, I think we are going to draft a running back. But if we do draft a running back, what running back that is currently on the roster outside of Tariq Cohen is in jeopardy of not making the roster?
I mean, it would probably be Blackshear. I mean, but I don't know.
Blackshear.
At the same time, I feel like with
Y'all,
Miles Sanders,
please stop cursing right now. Please stop.
I feel like at the same time with Miles Sanders, man, obviously we all want him gone, man. If you can ship him in a trade somewhere, or maybe before training camp, try to finesse his way up out of the roster, I'm definitely all in with that because I definitely like Blackshear and I like Schuber. So I feel like Miles Sanders is the weak link right here, but realistically, they'll probably let go of Blackshear.
Okay. Go ahead, PPP. Go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah, man. I mean, if you want me to be honest, and you've taken away one of the options here, but yeah, I would have to agree with Quan.
I'll say the only reason why I took that option away, when our special teams coach had his presser, he really didn't even act like Tariq Cohen was on the team.
Right.
That's the reason why I took it away. It's like, yeah, So that's
he was practice squad, wasn't he?
What'd you say?
Yeah. Tariq Cohen is practice squad.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I like the ones that we did bring in. You know, I'm real high on another guy who didn't get an opportunity to come into the Panthers, which is Rasheen Ali. I think he's dynamic as well, very elusive, one cut type of guy, very strong legs, keep moving and turning. But I like the ones that we brought in. Of course, if we do bring in another running back, unless there's like the perfect alignment of the moon and the sun, Miles Sanders will still be here, and it will probably be Raheem Blackshear that will probably have to go, even though he just got a deal. And I mean, even that's hard to kind of think about, because if Raheem Blackshear is on special teams, which I assume that they're going to do, and move Amir Smith-Marset more to the route tree on offense, you be kind of put yourself in a disservice with letting him go. So I don't know. Do we run that many running backs? Is Miles Sanders up for it? I mean, I'm just thinking about it, because if you let Blackshear go, then who's going to be on special teams to run the ball back? Because he was the most dynamic that we had this past year. So I don't know. Actually, I don't know.
That point right there that you just made, he is the most dynamic kick return that we have. Emir Smith-Marset doesn't return kicks; he's a punt returner. They're both dynamic in their own right in special teams. Just like Sam Franklin holds value as a special teamer and can come in and play reserve, safety for you, Raheem Blackshear holds that same type of value as being a kickoff returning. He has shown it. So I don't know why in the world they would even contemplate releasing a player that holds such value at a position of need. Because if you eliminate him from the team, who takes his place to return kicks?
If you go get Xavier Legette was going to be returning kicks for you, because one, they changed the special teams rules, so we don't know what it's going to be like. You could have been a good returner with the old rules, but the way coverage is now, things could be blocked a little bit different. You got to hit these walls and creases with a little bit different tempo. So it may be more, it may be better for a bigger guy like Legette, especially since you can't hip drop tackle now. You have to be a little bit more strategic about how you come at certain guys. So I don't know. I feel like Blackshear has a little bit more running back upside, so that's why I would be willing to keep him. But I'm not sure how they feel about him in that standpoint. But he would probably. I think Miles would be the odd man out personally. I just think that they want to get their guy. They wouldn't be looking at lead backs. They're looking at running back 1 and running back 2, arguably in this draft class. Looking at Brooks, Trey Benson, and some people I'm hearing buzz that estimate may go sometime in day 2. He could be a 2nd or 3rd round pick. So they're clearly looking at bell cows. And Dan Morgan talked about succession plans today, about them planning, okay, hey, you want to get people that can immediately contribute, but you also got to think about next year. And next year, Chuba Hubbard is not under contract. So you bring in a guy like Brooks who tore that ACL, but is supposed to be ready by training camp. Bring him along slow. Let Chuba be that running back 1 going into everything. Let Brooks get his legs up underneath them. They say it takes about 2 years to get back to full strength on ACLs anyway. And so Brooks can be your running back 1 next year. And if you don't want to bring Chuba back, or You can bring Chuba back as a cheap RB2. And then obviously Miles is gonna get about the paint at some point. I think the writing is pretty much on the wall, unless he just goes berserk this year. But they've shown this year that they're not scared to get rid of guys that aren't their guys. I mean, what's the name? Hayden Hurst had 2 more years left on his deal, and they got him out.
Facts.
So like it's these guys aren't afraid to just rip the Band-Aid off, take the medicine to get their guys and move in the direction they want to go to. So I think a lot of people's fate depend, and there's a lot of stuff like that. A lot of people's fate depends on how this draft goes, So it is what it is.
Hey, real quick. Can I ask what do you guys think about Tariq Cohen? Like, do you feel like if he's ready to go 100%, does he fall into this role in the scheme here this year?
What is he? Nobody's seen him. The special teams coach, the reason why he was like that is they haven't been on the field yet, so he don't know what he looked like.
And what's the real possibility that he would get back to quote unquote 100%?
Yeah, that's true. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking about options. Yeah.
Hey, Doug, I do want to ask this. Okay, I'm kind of going to go against the grain of everybody in Panther Nation, including myself. All right, what if the Panthers didn't draft a running back? Do you think that the upgrades on this offensive line that we've done so far, and maybe what we may do in the draft, do you think this is enough to, maybe we'll see the old Miles Sanders, or is it just he got to go?
I'll say this for me, I'm fine with it. I just think with you bringing in Brooks, you're bringing in Benson, you met with Esteman. I think they're serious about looking at a running back, regardless of how we feel about it. They're seriously looking to upgrade that position. Also, Chuba is a free agent next year. Mm-hmm. So if Chuba does not have a good year, do you really see Blackshear being your lead back? Then let's say Miles Sanders has another bad year. You're able to cut him straight out next year and kind of sort of put a Band-Aid on. It's not going to hurt you as bad as it would hurt you this year. So it's almost like the wide receiver room. Deontay Johnson is on a 1-year deal. Adam Thielen is an Asian wide receiver. TMJ is not proven right now. Terrence Marshall has been injury prone, has been healthy scratches his whole career with the Panthers. So again, it's about, like Dave said, we want to bring in people that we think can help. And again, that's with tight ends. I know where we go into the tight end room, it's a particular tight end that we're going to talk about, and everyone has compared them to the build of Tommy Tremble. So at the end of the day, you have to look at, I think with the draft, you can't look at right now. You have to look at next year and the year after that. Because again, if Chuba wants a bank full of money, are we going to really give him that bank full of money? Because what is the number one position in the NFL that you can draft and also rebound with is running backs. We've seen people let running backs go easily and say, why did they go get one and pick one back up in the draft?
You got to be able to identify them, though. You can find a quarterback as the last pick of the draft if you want to, but you got to be able to identify. It's easy to say it on paper, you know what I'm saying, but you got to make it happen, man.
All right, real quick, we got another test. It's just easier, this one. This is our last one. So pick one, option A or option B. Option A had 187 carries, 1,139 yards, 10 touchdowns. Flows through the running lanes with excellent bend and quickness. Good hands, great post-catch wiggle, added with the value of the offense. Option 2, 210 carries, 1,341 yards, 18 touchdowns. Drops pass and drives forward and sheds, poor tackling technique. Capable receiver catching everything thrown his way in college. What do you think? So
I'll take option B.
Say it again.
I take option B, Trey Benson for 4,000.
Yeah, option B.
Who?
Trey Benson.
Okay.
I mean, it sounds like B is they go your bruiser right there. We've been talking about having a bruising running back. This is a guy who can break tackles and bounce off tackles and stuff. So I mean, there you go. 210 carries. So it's showing you he can carry the load too. You can feed this guy.
And run behind
if you want to get rid of Miles.
True.
All right, right there. Go ahead.
Sound like
Yeah,
Brooks
18
versus Michigan.
touchdowns. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. 18 touchdowns. So I mean, obviously, he could be a
Mhm.
red zone threat as well. Yeah, I'm taking B all day.
Okay. And if PPP had to drop, I appreciate him pulling up with us, man. He definitely got to do a trip tomorrow, so I definitely appreciate him pulling up and spitting with us tonight, man. If you guys are not following Panther Prime Podcast, definitely head over there. Again, Demetrius did a live covering the presser today, so he definitely had a couple people pull up and gave his taste, man. I definitely appreciate him pulling up again, man. So everybody's saying B. Okay, do you guys know who, or can you guys figure out who it is?
I think it's Jonathan Brooks and Trey Benson.
Okay, so which one is Brooks?
A.
Okay, you got another one, Dunc. I appreciate you, man. I see you.
Mhm.
All right. So, and then B is who?
Probably Benson, yeah.
No, it's not Benson.
Yeah. It's not
18
Benson.
touchdowns? Oof. And running back, I'm trying to think.
Here, I'll put a
It
list
may be-
up who we've talked to.
That ain't Brett. We ain't talked to Braylon. It gotta be
Is that estimate?
Yep.
Estimate.
That's
That's estimate. He had 1,800. Oof.
That's right. He did have 18 this year.
Yep.
I didn't realize he was 20
Yeah,
years old.
I like estimate over Brooks. For one, it's a bigger back. There's one thing that Panther Nation has been talking about the past years. We need a bigger back. Well,
Mhm.
Brooks is only 205 pounds. Estimate is 221. And like the comp said, runs behind his shoulder pass. That's the first thing they got me. Runs behind the shoulder pass. So you need someone that can run behind the shoulder pass. He has kind of like a lower center of gravity. Some people say he runs kind of tight. I don't have no problem with it. He still got good speed, and he can actually catch out of the backfield. He actually has very good hands. So I could see him coming in, eventually, being that 3 down back. And like you said, Doug, if this, I think it was this year or next year, is a Chuba Hubbard's last year.
Mhm.
This is Miles' second year of a 3rd-year deal. This may be his second and last year in Carolina. So you could very well possibly be looking for a replacement for either one of those or for both of those guys in the near future. So estimate could be someone that could potentially fill that role.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. So we have, let me see how many more. We have 2 more position groups that we're going to talk about. We're going to ask the panel one last question, then we'll open up to the chat. If people want to pull up on us, if you are enjoying the show, please hit the like button for us. If you got any questions for us, you can leave a question in the chat for us. We do have super chats. We don't ask for cash apps over here, but if you do want to post one, we will read it out. In the middle, if you have a panel question for a particular panelist, Uncle Quan, 2 fans in the stands, or don't, definitely let us know. So, fellas, tight end room. I thought we would have brought in more tight ends. This is me personally. I thought we would have. You do have Jadavion Sanders out of Texas, Ben Sinnott out of K-State, Devin Cobb out of Washington, and Jay Westover out of Washington. Our tight ends coach was out there along with our offensive line coach and our offensive coordinator out at Washington's Pro Day. And it was reports that they talked to 2 of the Washington's tight ends out there. I do hope that we get Ben Sinnott. As you guys saw in the intro, I had Ben Sinnott there for a reason. Fellas, as a tight end room right now with Ian Thomas, Sullivan, and Tommy Trimble, do you guys think we will add one? And I do know Dave Canal said we don't have a switch army knife. So I know that could be talk as well that we might add one. But if there's a tight end on this particular slide that we did not add, who would it be? Or would you add one of the ones that we did bring in for a visit? Go ahead, Dunc.
I think we're gonna go after a guy like Ben Sinnott or whatever. He said he liked Tommy Tremble. Their games aren't exactly the same, but the athletic profile and the size and measurables between Jadavion Sanders and Tommy Tommy Tremble are very, very similar, in my opinion. Granted, different play styles. Jatavian's a little bit better in terms of just his route running and athleticism, being able to separate using the athleticism. But I think they both bring in the yak game. I think they're, like I said, that 6'3", 6'4", 240 size is there. But I think Senate, they said they want a Swiss Army knife. That's what he is. He's like a elite at nothing but a master of everything type of player. Like he's one of those guys that you put at an H-back and he'll do a lot of different versatile things for you. He's a competitor. He's gonna be tough out there. I like Senate, but I like to gamble on traits and upside for this. I would have brought in Theo Johnson, very, very athletic freak, destroyed the combine. You're talking about 6'4", 6'5" with a 40-inch vert. That's ridiculous. A lot of upside there. And college, you can't really go by stats because nobody uses the tight end properly. In college, it's almost extinct. But I like Theo Johnson. I like Jared Wiley from TCU, very, very big tight end there. Kind of reminds me of Jake Ferguson from the Cowboys, with a big body type of guy like that. So that's what I would have brought in. Of course, if Bowers falls to us, I'm all over the country boy, but I don't see him getting out of the top 10, top 12, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I would have brought in Cade Stover as well. Cade Stover is pretty solid. I mean, probably be another 500 kind of guy, 500-yard kind of guy coming out of Ohio State. But I do like Ben Sinnott a lot. I think Ben Sinnott could possibly fall to 101. And then, of course, Sanders. Sanders is like a big receiver to me, man. He's incredible in space, man. He got hands, too. I think honestly, I feel like if it wasn't for Bowser, I think he would be the top tight end prospect. I could be wrong, but I think he'll be the top tight end prospect if it wasn't for Bowser. But yeah, I definitely would have liked to see us bring in Cade Stover as well. But I do like who we brought in, though.
All right, real quick. Go ahead, Dunc. Go ahead and tell the people, man. I got Dunc got to go with the baby, man. Definitely appreciate him pulling up. Like I said, we got maybe one more topic. We'll do some mock drafts. I appreciate Dunc coming up, man. I know, baby, that little baby is important, man. So go ahead and tell the people your final words, man.
No, man, I appreciate you having me, man. I just think they said it today. We're in a position where we can go best player available. We talked about it a little bit. We don't have a ton of long-term answers anywhere on this roster outside of Derek Brown getting that bag. And if you want to say Bryce, that's fine. A lot of people don't think Bryce is a long-term answer, but the only undebatable answer we have long-term is Derek Brown. So we can literally afford to add talent anywhere on this roster. So I'm down for maximizing picks. If that's trading back and getting more top 100 picks to get guys that can help us contribute and give ourselves a better chance of putting ourselves. I think this is a 2-year project. I think to be able to put yourself in a decent position. Only team right now with a really long-term answer at quarterback, or young quarterback at least. So I just think it's going to be a process, man. And hopefully the ball-headed dude that called a shot stays out the way, and we can have a good weekend next weekend. And hopefully we'll have some hopefully we'll have something to be happy about, some momentum going into the offseason. So
yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I appreciate you, Don. Again, go ahead and shout out the channel as well, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to UB Sports Talk at UB Sports Talk on YouTube. I kind of slowed down on my draft profiles. I'll do film breakdowns on every prospect that we draft. So I've decided to do that instead of doing all the pre-draft stuff as much as I could this year. Kind of got behind on those profiles as far as putting videos out, but I was doing my homework myself. So I will be doing that. And also, you guys, appreciate y'all. Follow me on Twitter, Dunc on Demand. I appreciate y'all checking me out and the support. Much love to y'all, fellas.
One love.
Oh, yeah, much love, man.
Y'all have a good night.
All right, you too, man.
All right,
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Tony or CJ, did you guys talk about tight ends before we go to defensive linemen?
I think
ahead,
the only
CJ.
Swiss Army knife that we brought in is Ben Sinnott. Okay.
Correct.
And like Dunc said, I do agree. I would like to see Theo Johnson here. I mean, he ran a 4.5, 40, 6'6", 259. You know, you're looking for a red zone target, possibly. But yeah.
Tony, you got anything?
Yeah, I like Theo Johnson. I definitely like Jared Wiley out of TCU. But I'm gonna just throw a name out there nobody has mentioned, and I think he's been slept on because he didn't have the kind of year he thought he was going to have transferring to Iowa from Michigan, and that's Eric All.
Yeah,
If you go
yeah,
back
that's
and
another one.
watch his Michigan, you go back and watch his Michigan tape, you'll say Eric All is a first round type of talent. He tore his ACL and then he transferred to Iowa. We all know if you follow college football like I do, our offense was very suspect this year. So he wasn't as productive as he could have been or like he once was at Michigan. But if his medicals check out and everything is, up to par, I would like to see Eric All taken possibly in the third or fourth round if we can get him.
Yeah, I agree, man. I agree. That yeah, I can't believe we actually forgot to talk about Eric All, man. Eric All is definitely an athletic tight end. He could be a contributor right away too.
Yes, sir. All right. So the last group before we do our own mock drafts is the defensive linemen. We brought in Nick. I see I'm about to bring you in here in a few. Let me read the slide real quick, my guy. We brought in Adisi Isaac out of Penn State, Marshawn Nealon out of Western Michigan, Austin Booker out of Kansas. Tony, help me out with the guy out of Clemson. Is it Rook? How you say his last name?
I cannot help you. We stumped together.
All
Root.
right, out of
Oh,
Clemson.
We just
Rojo.
gonna call him Root.
Out of Clemson, Mason Smith out of LSU, and they talked to Jordan Miller out here at SMU. So, fellas, one thing that I do think area that we will address is interior D lineman. I did not think that was going to be a need after we got Ashawn Robinson, but I definitely see it now, possibly being a need that we will bring in as well. So what do you fellas think?
Hey, what's good, Nick? How you doing,
What's
man?
poppin', fellas? How y'all doing?
What's going on,
What up,
Nick?
Fire
Nick?
show
Yo,
so far, fellas.
What's good,
Fire
Nick?
content. What's
Stevie,
good,
what's good,
fellas?
man?
what's good, y'all? What's
Challenge,
good?
fellas.
Stevie
What
the
up? What
Bull,
up?
what's happening?
Hey, real quick, man. Shout out to the chat. Hey, Rock Jones, I see you, man. I can't wait for training camp too. I got some stuff up my sleeve this year too. I ain't even told Doug about it, so y'all stay tuned, man. It's gonna be a fun year.
Hey, Quan, can I get a guest appearance, man?
Hey, absolutely, man. I hate that I didn't even take advantage of when I ran into y'all at the Fan Fest, man. We could have definitely created some content out there, man. But at the time, I was still trying to figure everything out with the content creating and stuff like
Hey,
that, man.
look,
So
we
definitely gotta
were
do
too,
that.
dog. We were
Yeah,
too.
man. Yeah. I had just became monetized. I didn't know what I was doing, man. I was like, okay.
Hey, you monetized though. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I had
No,
no
it is a
expectations
monetized
whatsoever,
platform.
man.
Everybody that was on
They,
the platform is monetized.
you,
Hey,
yeah,
what do you
that's
guys
what's up,
think
fellas.
about again, what do you guys think? What's going on, Mr. Honky Dory?
Hey, brothers, how
What's
y'all
good,
doing
brother?
tonight?
Good.
What the hunky
There
door?
you go.
So,
So
Mr.
let's
Feel
talk
like
Hunky
about,
God.
let's
Dory.
talk the defensive line. And I'm actually glad we got more people coming up. Again, we did pin the link to the chat. So if you do want to pull up again, we are about to do mock drafts. Everybody that pulls up will be able to do their own mock draft. I will be your Vanna White. You'll go ahead and ask me what to do. We'll go ahead. Nick, do not be extra crazy. We're trying to do this as accurate as we can
yeah, I
going into
got
the
you.
draft.
No,
But
I'm
do
just gonna
you
run
guys
it down just like that.
and we got some rules too, so you'll see the rules. But do
Bet.
you guys think we need interior D linemen, or
Yeah.
is it smart to just add? And I'm gonna take a quote from my guy Tony. When you get the trenches on both sets of lines, that's where your team eats the most from the front on both sides, from the offense and defensive line.
Yeah,
So,
I don't trust y'all turtle like that.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, preach.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Say
we
it
need
loud.
that
Say
piece.
it with
We
your chest,
need that
baby.
piece.
you ain't the
So,
only one.
so two things on the interior D line thing. So Ashawn Robinson in his presser, they asked him a question about playing nose tackle,
Mm-hmm.
and he said straight
Funny
up,
man.
he's like, I don't play nose tackle. So he's gonna be in that 3 technique and that, you know what I mean. So he's gonna be out. So the way I look at it, I'm big on Tavondre Sweat, and unfortunately, he had a DUI thing that he just got charged with. So it actually hurt his draft stock, which could be a blessing in disguise for us for Panthers now, because he was originally at like 70, 80 draft, and now he's at like the 120. So there's projecting he's a 4th rounder now. So he could possibly be a steal at 101, in my opinion. That would be a great look if he's there at 101.
I didn't know that.
Hey, hold on real quick. Shout out to my guy Gaddy again. He said we do need a nose tackle. All right,
for sure.
All right.
All right, I got something to say. I understand we need to do defensive linemen and all that, but our first picks need our priorities first. Defensive lineman is not up in our priorities right now. Center, wide receiver, cornerback. That's our priorities right now, from what I understand. So, yeah, if it falls in later on, okay, no problem. We get our priorities straight first.
I definitely agree with corner being a positional need.
Oh, you already know how I feel about corner.
Yeah.
I love Jason Horn, but I am big on TJ Tampa.
And we're huge on Sanistril. I don't know if you guys read the reports. Like, we're really into Mike Sanistril from Michigan.
Yeah.
Nigga had like 6 picks.
He had a pick in that national championship game too.
I don't understand that. Like I get it. He's a dog. If we didn't have Troy Hill already in that nickel spot, I'll be all for it. But let's look at the bigger picture. What we have needed the most the past 2 or 3 years is an outside corner opposite of J.C. Horn. Now, J.C. Horn hasn't played a full season since he's been here. So technically you can go for 2 outside corners. A lot of people don't see Dane Jackson as a starting cornerback. So if that's the case, if you don't get Stephon Gilmore, which I was glad someone asked Dan Morgan about that, asked him about that, and he said that was something that the Panthers will revisit after the draft. They had left the door open, talking with his people. So that got me kind of excited hearing that yesterday in the presser. But listen, Mike Sandstrill, 5'9", I think he's about 180. You talking about a smaller version of Dante Jackson. And you talking about him playing. He's a true slot player, though. He's a true slot. What you need is somebody on the outside. Let's show up that outside, and then we come back to the inside, because right now the inside is being manned by Troy Hill. And I don't think, me personally, I don't think he's going to come in and take Troy Hill's spot.
Yeah.
This is just me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know. That boy a playmaker.
Interesting stat I saw online said that Tyke Smith, the safety from Georgia, he actually was one of the best cover corners at nickel in the SEC last year, which was like a real interesting stat to me, because obviously if you're a safety and you have versatility to play nickel corner and you're elite at it, that's pretty valuable in my opinion. Very valuable.
It is.
Hey, Nick.
Yo.
Today in the conference, Dave Canales specifically mentioned nickel corner, nickel safety. He specifically mentioned that when they were asking him about the different positions, and he went right through that. And another guy said, "No, we don't need nickel." I said, "It's not that." I said I was analyzing what everything was said, and he specifically called out the nickel safety and corner, and he was very specific about it.
That's a fact.
And then if you think about where you draft him at in the 2nd round, an outside corner, the value probably ain't gonna be as the same as the value as him at a nickel spot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask you guys before we go into the draft. Here it is right here. Offensive lineman, linebacker, cornerback, wide receiver, running back, defensive lineman, tight end. Give me 3 on the stickies that you would say are the top 3 needs that we need to address. And anybody can go first. Ms. Dory, Nick.
Cornerback, wide receiver, and D lineman.
Okay. Quan, Tony, CJ.
I'll go. Offensive line, cornerback, and linebacker.
Okay.
I say O-line, cornerback.
Yeah, same. Lineman, cornerback, receiver.
And I'm guessing you guys saying offensive lineman, you're specifically meaning center.
Center.
Yeah.
Center.
Yeah,
That's-
center. Yeah,
Yeah.
center.
That's what I was gonna narrow it down
I
to.
could have put center, but I just,
Yeah, no, I feel you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
That's
kind of
what I
like
would
D
narrow it
lineman,
down to.
interior D lineman. You know what I mean? Same thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Facts.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, same for me, man. I'm definitely going with center specifically, and then I'm probably gonna look at wide receiver, and then I'm gonna go cornerback.
Okay. Steve, did you say anything? Steve the Bull, did you say anything?
Yeah. I said offensive lineman, cornerback, and receiver.
Okay. All right. So we're going to put up the rules for our mock draft. Again, if anybody wants to join, go ahead and hit the link at the pin of the chat. I'm actually going to be on my phone, so when we share the screen, I can see if anybody joins in the comments. So the rules for our mock draft is there, and I'm gonna pull it back up because it's on a timer. You can trade up and down, but be reasonable with your trade. Also, you have to address all the draft needs, meaning each position that we need to get in PFF states. And number 3, you are allowed to double down, meaning that you're able to double down on wide receiver, double down on offensive lineman, DN, linebacker, but you have to meet every single need that we have according to PFF.
Hey, so with that needs pick, it has to be the needs that's on the screen, or can we go like safety in the draft?
I mean, if you get a safety, you can, but you have to meet all the needs.
Word.
Okay.
One question, C. Dougie.
Go ahead.
Because I might just give up the tactic, but I super chatted. Would it be me trying to trade 39 for Ayuk? Is that okay?
I mean, that's a possibility.
Okay.
It is a possibility, but again, you got to just be reasonable with it because PFF will allow you to be, All right, give me 1 second.
I saw we were sixth highest odds after the Steelers. Steelers were 2-1, then we were 6-1 to land Ayuk. That was real interesting to me. Real interesting.
All right, so who is going to be up to bat first? If y'all want me to go, I can go first. If y'all want me to, I get it out the way, or who want to go first?
Let me go ahead and get a stab at that thing, man.
All right,
let's go.
Quan, you going first?
Yeah.
Let me go third.
I'll go second.
Okay. All right, give me 1 second. Let me pull the chat up on my phone. And then also, y'all can actually grade Uncle Quan as well in the chat. All right. And I am about to start the draft.
All right. So right away, Jazane Newton fell. Okay. So right here, we all know the NFL draft is always going to shake up. The boards are always going to turn out how we least expected. So with Jazane Newton falling all the way down here, I know a team that needs a defensive interior, and I need something from them. So if you can go to the trade tab for me, please.
Yes, sir. All right.
And can you go to the Cincinnati Bengals?
I don't think you can. It's only the one team that's trying to trade with you.
No.
You can
forget the offer. I'm gonna offer it to them.
Yeah, you can do your own trade too.
You
can do that.
All right, now can you go ahead and ship away 33 and next year's 6th?
Okay.
For my guy T. Higgins. Now this is a trade that remember they said they would take a 2nd round pick. And it's a trade that we all kind of put to bed.
Absolutely.
So hey, it's still possible. It is still possible.
Damn, it says they're not interested though. You have to give some more.
Said not interested?
Yeah.
Throw in.
You might have to throw in like Mingo or something, bro.
Nick, you gotta let him do it himself.
Oh.
Throw in round 5 as well. Let's see what they're talking about.
They ain't do nothing.
This is gonna be hard.
Did you lock it in? Well, take off 5 and then go to offer trade.
Okay. Okay, there it is. There it is.
Let me get that up off of them. All right, so we got T. Higgins. We still got 39. So let's see who we got falling to 39. We got Kool-Aid that just fell to 39. So I'm definitely locking in. Ooh. Damn. Give me Kool-Aid. Give me Kool-Aid. I can't pass up on Kool-Aid.
Quan, that was fire what you just did, bro.
I
That
appreciate
was
it, man.
fire.
Scroll down. Let me see what edge is here.
Okay.
I didn't get Peyton Wilson here, so
That's your top edge right there at 63 of Marshawn Nealon.
okay. Go to linebackers too. Was
You
Cooper there?
You want me to combine them or just take it off?
Yeah, that's fine. You can combine them.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Give me Cooper. He's the next linebacker I would take if Wilson is not there. So give me Cooper.
Okay.
All right. So now you got Trice down here. Who was that under Trice?
Tracy.
Keep scrolling. Benson not. All right, give me my edge. I'm gonna take Trice right here.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my tight end, Theo Johnson.
Okay.
Back to backs here too.
And scroll down. I do need a center.
I can go. I'll actually go to the center position for you. Okay.
163. What the trade offers I got right here?
145. Just moving back 3 places.
3 spots. All right, pull up. Let me see. Let's see. I can't see that.
What you need to see?
Okay, that's Broncos. See if they'll give me their 145 and 203.
For 142?
For 142, yeah. No.
You gotta get something else.
All right, Bumper, go back to draft.
Okay.
I'm gonna just go ahead and hold on, I can't see the players.
Oh, I thought you were going back to center. My bad.
No, you good. You good. Go ahead and give me. I don't want to pass on Shipley neither. I got my linebacker already. I could take a defensive interior right here. Let me go ahead and solidify my running back. Give me Will Shipley.
Okay.
Because I like this guy. This guy is very shifty. Could help in the pass game as well. And then here, yeah, this is scraps right here. Scroll down. I was hoping that Cedric would have failed a 1-on-1. That's really what messed me up. I was banking too much on him falling. I just take the best edge available. I throw in another edge in there.
Okay.
Matter of fact, no, give me that corner. Give me that corner real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, give me Watts.
Quan, you know you miss a need.
Yeah, I know. I missed a couple of them.
Okay.
Like I said, I was banking on Cedric falling to 1-on-1.
Quan, you actually only thing you needed was a center. You hit everything else.
Yeah.
So Quan got an A+ for Kool-Aid, got an A for Edrin Cooper, A for Braylon Trice, an A for Theo, a C for Will Shipley, and a B for Ryan Watts. In the chat, tell me what you guys think. Tell me what you guys think about Uncle Quan's draft right there. Let's see.
That's an A draft for sure.
Oh yeah, appreciate it.
Again, you give them A, B, C, D, F, or incomplete. It don't matter. All right, Nick, you said you want next up?
Or yeah.
Okay. Let me see. Who's going to go after Nick?
I think Stevie said he was next.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know my big cousins over there. I know they quiet, but they're going to definitely be in there. I definitely want to see them draft. And
I'll go after Stevie.
For it still, too.
Appreciate that, Jeremy. Brother Jeremy in the chat. What's good with you, man?
All right. You talking about Jeremy Johnson, Quan?
Yep.
What's going on, Jeremy, man? All right. Nick, you are on the clock.
All right. See what them trades is looking like.
Okay. And if you can't see, I will read them out for you.
I could rock with Houston right there. Let's see. 33.
You want to do them first? Or you want me to hit them? I mean, hit us.
Yeah, hit 33 and then hit 42. We'll start there. Let's try. I don't think 59 will work, so let's try just 86.
Okay. You got 72.
Give them 240 and try and snag that 127. See if that could
it's at 45. You can try it.
Yeah, we could try that.
Definitely work.
Nope.
Let's give them that 240.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then. Give them a fit. We have 2 fits next year, right?
Yep.
That makes it more realistic. Yeah, let's do
Which
that.
one?
Let's give them the Giants one.
Yep. That's going to go through, my guy, I think.
Hey, big walk. Limmer wasn't there, man.
Let's get it.
He wasn't there.
39 and 42. I like that. All right. Yeah, we got to go Troy Franklin here. That's pretty, especially since he's under 30-man visit. Let's go Sanistro.
Okay.
Damn, there's my guy Malachi Corley, too. Damn, I shouldn't have took a wide receiver. Scroll down, Dougie.
Yeah, I'll scroll down for you.
Yeah. You know what? I'm doubling down on him. Malachi.
Okay.
All right.
Pick 86.
Let's look at interior offensive linemen.
Okay. Give me 1 second while I get there for you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Now, O-lineman.
Oh, okay. Let me see.
Sweat at 101 that's the move right there.
Okay. Let me scroll down for you.
Cool. You know what? I gotta go Van Pran here.
You gonna get him now?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I was hoping would have failed.
And then we'll go to Vondre Sweat here.
Okay. Let me go back and see if he did not get picked. And then you want Sweat?
Yeah. True nose. We need that.
All right.
Let's go Eichenberg here.
Okay. And then you got back-to-back to end it off.
All right, so we definitely got to get a running back here. Let's go to running back, Dougie.
Hey, real quick, chat. Did I really have a center sitting there at 142?
Yeah, we can't go running back.
You did. You remember you had Bo. You had Bo Limmer out of Arkansas.
Limmer was sitting there. Oh, that's on me then. That's on me.
Yeah, Bo.
If I'd have saw Limmer, I would have definitely took him. I ain't know. I was overlooking.
Yeah, you had Bo.
Dang.
Yeah, we just gonna have to go back to best available, Dougie.
You want Will?
Nah, we'll go to best available overall draft board. Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? Let's go D lineman again. Let's go Mason Smith.
Yeah, we brought him in for a visit.
Rotational guy, yeah. And then here, I got 2 wide receivers. Let's go back to corner.
Okay.
Ooh, tight end actually. Ooh. Yeah, hit tight end as well, Dougie. It's definitely gonna be corner.
I'm gonna combine it for you.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Let's go, Charles Smith Wade.
Okay. So we got 2 people that didn't hit almost every need, but not every single need on the board. All right, let's see. So Nick got an A+ for Troy Franklin, an A for Mike, an A for Malachi, a C+ for Van Pran, a C for Sweat, an A for Tommy, an A for Mason, and an A for Wade. Overall an A. That's a good job. Good job right there, Nick.
Yeah, that's a good draft.
Good looks.
All right,
that's crazy. Van Pran C+. That surprised me. Van Pran C+.
That's only because he was ranked.
100.
Like I said, that's
right?
one thing we're not worried about. Again, you basically only thing you needed was the tight end. You didn't get a tight end, but other than that,
everything. It really, tight end. Got 2 wide receivers, 2 corners. I feel like corner isn't a bad double down.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think they'll double down on corner in real life, man.
All right, let me see. Steve said he was in the backstage. Okay. All right.
Yo.
Steve, you going?
Yeah.
All right. Again, and if you join the content, again, if you want to pull up, definitely hit that link. You can do your own mock draft, show it out to Panther Nation. Again, hit that like button for us as well, man. All right. Go ahead. Steve, you are on the clock.
I'm sorry, bro. I gotta go Peyton Wilson, bro.
Okay. Hey, this your draft.
Yeah. Go down a little bit more.
Okay.
Let me get Zach Frazier.
Okay.
Oh wait, shot. Dang, I should have traded back a little bit. Never mind. Give me Ricky Pearsall.
Okay.
Great pick.
Go down a little bit.
Okay.
Keep going. Go to
I can go to position
defense
groups
and
for you too.
ends.
Okay, I go to ends for you. I'm sorry, I can go to position groups for you. Okay.
Oh yeah. Damn, I missed out on them boys. What I got? I got receiver, linebacker, and center.
Mm-hmm.
What the cornerbacks looking like?
Okay.
Hopefully Max Milton there. No.
You talking about Rutgers? Nah, he gone.
He
He'll
gone.
be gone.
We're linked to him. We're linked to him too.
Give me the Chris. Is that the one? No, that's not. I'm thinking about the other one from Missouri. There ain't the other cornerback from Missouri gone too?
Yeah, he's gone already.
Fuck. That nigga from Wake Forest be hurt all the time.
Carson.
Go down a little bit. Go down a little bit more.
All right.
What I loved about Carson is he literally said in his draft interview, he individually pointed out the Panthers and said he would like to be a Panther. So, you know, that caught my attention when he said that. He literally said,
receivers. Go to
J.C.
receivers.
Horn highlights, and he feels like he would flourish in Carolina.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Go down a little bit.
Yes, sir.
And what my next pick after this?
141. 141.
Jamari Thrash also has NFL blood.
Now go to best available. I'm gonna stay on that one.
All right.
Keep going down.
Man, my old self, this is crazy to me,
running
bro.
backs. Go to the running backs.
All right.
All these former players that I grew up playing with in Madden, they got their sons in the league now.
Right, it is crazy.
Give me
Frank Gore and Marvin Harris.
Jeremiah Trotter
estimate.
and James Thrash.
Hey, hold on, y'all. I can't hear. Hold on, Nick. Hold on real quick.
Estimate.
All right. All right, you at 140, 141, 142?
All right, go down some.
All right.
Go down some more. And I got a running back. Let me see the safeties.
Okay.
Oh, let me get that safety from Wake Forest.
Okay. Then you got next pick.
And then let me go to defense and interior lineman.
Okay. And after that, you got 240.
Mason Smith.
Okay.
Hell of a draft so far, Stevie.
Yeah. Big walk hating in the chat, man.
Hey, y'all heard the reports about Joe Milton possibly?
And let me get
Hold on, Nick.
Dang, I forgot to get a tight end. Go to tight ends.
All right.
Damn.
They saying Joe
Maybe
Milton
Bell
might
might be
a
there.
tight end.
Is Bell there?
Nah, Bell's gone, but you got Tanner
Okay.
McKee.
Yeah, let me
Trey
get 10.
Lance.
Give me Westover.
Okay. All right, let's see what you come out with.
Dougie, you heard that? You heard that report that came out?
About who?
Joe Milton. They might convert him to tight end in the NFL.
Oh wow.
All right, so
This
for
man got a D.
Peyton, you got an A. Zach Frazier, you got an A. Ricky Pearsall, you got an A plus. Esteman, you got a D.
Yeah, he reached
Malachi, you got a C. Mason, you got an A. And for Westover, you got a B, but you still came in with an 8th grade, man, overall.
Okay. Dang, why they got estimate like that for? He not supposed to be drafted in the 4th round? Or too early? I probably should have traded back.
You probably should have got him back right before in
Yeah.
that gap. All right, let's see. Let's see who we got up here. Is Mr. Hunky Dory still up here? Hold on. We got PPP. Hey, my bad, fellas. My bad. Andrew, what's going on? What's going on? That's my bad, fellas.
What's good, man?
All right, so I'm going to have Mr. Hunky Dory. Did you want to do a mock draft?
Yeah, I can do a real quick one. All
right, and then I'll go Tony, CJ, and then I have PPP and Andrew come in. All right. What's going on, Andrew?
I don't know if he there.
He might. I added him, so he might come in. All right. Go ahead, Mr. Hunky Dory.
All right, let's
You
start
are on the clock. And you can do trades too. Again, you can trade up or trade down.
Give me JBJ.
Okay.
Gonna lock up our offensive line for the next couple of years. Give me. Let me look down. I want to go with Troy Franklin.
Okay.
All right. Let's go down a little bit. Give me Cooper.
Okay.
All right. I like All. I did like All. I've seen him. He can take a good hit, and he holds on to the ball well when he takes a hit.
Okay. Now you have your back-to-back 141, 142.
All right. Let me go down a little bit more.
Yes, sir.
Go to cornerbacks for me again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, what's good, Dopey Nightlife? What's good, man? Make sure y'all hit that like button while y'all here. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new to the channel, man.
All right. What have I picked so far? Okay, I know what I picked so far. I think I covered what I needed to. I want to pick up another slot safety. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's one of the things, but we can pick him up later on. But I looked at Cam Hart to see if they could switch him to safety. And I don't know if he could convert or not. I think he's good, but I think I'd be reaching at this moment. So let's go to BPA right now.
Okay.
All right. Can you show me more on Dwayne Carter, because I don't know much about him?
Okay. Did it populate for you?
Yeah, I'm looking at his competition too, where he's gotten his numbers from.
And yeah, 8 sacks and 22.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hit me up on him.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he's going to be he might be a project, but I believe he's worth having to shore up our defensive unit. All right, and we didn't cover our linebacker already.
Mm-hmm.
Who else we got? I don't like Shipley as much as everybody else does. So
if you, Mr. Hunky, if you can't meet all the needs, don't worry about it. That's just
try to
meet them.
I'm not as high as on him. I like the guy out of Wisconsin better.
Brandon Allen.
Yeah, I believe he's already gone.
Yes.
Okay, keep scrolling for me just a little bit. All right. Let's go back up to the gentleman. There he is. Give me Cornelius Johnson. He needs a little polish, but I believe he'll work. I've seen it.
All right, and
Hey,
then
they talking
240.
about your guy in the chat, dude.
I seen him. So it's sir. Like I said, I got my phone right there. I seen it. I seen it.
Servant Winter. All right. Oh, there he is. Give me Tanner. I will take Tanner. He's definitely he's not a starter, but he is definitely going to contribute.
Okay, let's see what Mr. Hunt
He
can
should
do
be a
already. I definitely appreciate you pulling
great
up.
grade,
So for
man.
JPJ, you got a A. Troy Franklin, you got an A plus. Mr. Coop, who a lot of us on this panel love, got an A. Eric All, you got an A. Dwayne Carter, you got an A. Cornelius, you got a B plus. And Tanner, you got an A. Overall A draft, man.
Yum,
Definitely
yum.
Hey,
appreciate
great
you.
draft.
Yummy, yummy.
My
for
Dukes in the
tummy.
chat. How you doing, my Dukes?
What's up, mama?
As well.
All right, let me see if we got anybody got to add anybody else. Okay, Andrew popped out. CJ or Tony, which one are you fellas going first?
Let me go.
All right. What's going on, mama? If you want to pull up, all right, I know you and Mr. Pinky, but you don't got to turn your camera on if you want to come up and tell everybody hello. All right. CJ, you are on the clock.
All right. Let me see.
Doug, you want to drop that link one more time?
Scroll down.
Give me 1 second real quick. CJ.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she got therapy in the morning. I just read your comment. All right. All right, you said scroll down.
Scroll down just a little bit.
All right.
Yeah, so many good names
Okay,
here,
go
man.
go back up.
Mm-hmm.
Let me take Newton.
Okay.
Give me Newton.
Okay.
I like him.
Oh yeah,
All right.
monster.
Let me see.
Imagine him next to Derek Brown. Oh my God.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
Scroll down,
Yes, sir.
Junkyard dogs.
Oh yeah.
Give me Ladd.
Okay.
All right. Let me see. Let's keep scrolling. Can you go to centers?
Yes, sir.
Interior offensive line.
Yes, sir.
Give me. You know what? Go back. Go back to best available.
Okay.
Scroll down. Let me get Braswell.
Okay. Are you at 101?
Okay. Scroll down.
Yeah, and Pran fell to you.
Yeah, let me get Van Pran.
Okay. 141.
All right. Can you see who's it running back?
Okay.
Scroll down.
They going off the board like hotcakes.
Mm-hmm. Okay, scroll back up. Let me see cornerbacks.
Okay.
All right, and can you add linebackers to that as well?
Yes, sir, I can. All right.
Scroll down for me just a little bit.
All right, let me add Steve back, and you said scroll down a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Let me get the linebacker from Notre Dame up top there.
Okay.
All right. Can you see tight ends?
Mm-hmm. All right.
Give me Dallin Holker.
Okay.
Yes, the Viking.
And last pick.
Now let me see cornerbacks and running backs.
Okay, you want me to combine them?
Yeah, combine them.
All right.
I scroll down. All right. I'm sorry. Keep going down. Let me see. And from okay, go back up to the top. Just let me get the best cornerback available.
Okay. All right. All right. Let's see. So for Newton, you got an A plus. Ladd, you got an A plus. Braswell, you got an A. Van Pran, you got an A. You got the A for linebacker out of Notre Dame. Dylan Hoker, you got a B. And MJ Devonshire, you got a B plus. Overall
Solid.
A. Everybody's
That's
getting A's tonight.
that is
Okay.
smoking right there, CJ.
Oh yeah.
Thank you,
That was
Mr.
good.
Hunky Door. Appreciate y'all.
All right. Tony, you ready?
Yes, sir.
I tell you what, man, wherever Lad McConkey ends up, he's gonna be a dog. I think he's gonna be this year's Puka Nacua, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Not if he goes to Arizona.
Now Arizona might get a receiver with that number 4 pick.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right,
Tony,
you are on the clock.
Yeah.
represent, cousin.
Yeah, I'm taking JPJ. Give me JPJ right here.
All right.
Okay.
Give me Peyton Wilson, linebacker.
Okay. Let's scroll a little bit. Ooh, sweet Jesus. I know what y'all think. I told y'all it's capable.
I can hear the
You know
Jeopardy.
what? Because I'm not worried about picking the edge, because edge is not one of the needs up there. I'm gonna stick to knees, and I'm not gonna double down on wide receivers, because you know how I feel about the linebacker position. I'm gonna double down on linebacker. Let me get Adrian Cooper.
I'm telling you, that's a nasty tandem right there. All right.
And that's for long term. And
Yeah.
that's for long term.
Yeah.
So I got center, linebacker, double down linebacker. Okay. What's up at the top?
Jermaine Trotter.
Okay. I'm at 101. Let me grab no, stop. Go back.
My bad.
Start right there. You know what? I really like Ben Sinnott, but let me take Cade Stover.
Okay. All right, you got
Cade
back.
Stover had he had 0 drops
drop.
last year at Ohio State.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
All right, you got that pitch right here, 141, 142.
So I got 2 linebackers tight in the center.
And get your edge.
No, I'm not drafting the edge at all. That's not one of the needs.
Okay.
Cornerback and wide receiver. Can you put a cornerback and wide receivers?
You want me to combine
the
them?
list? Yes.
Okay. Wide receiver. There you go.
Well, you know what? Let me let me take the best cornerback and the best wide receiver.
You want them back to back?
Yep.
Okay.
Why not?
And then 240.
Let's go to D lineman.
Interior, or you need both?
Interior D lineman.
Okay.
Let's go.
What's up, Dylan?
Let's go Fabian Lovett.
Okay.
The 6th round developmental pick anyway. So let's go with that.
All right, for JPJ, you got an A. For Peyton Wilson, you got an A plus. Cooper, you got an A. Stouffer, you got a B plus. Wade, B plus. McCaffrey, B plus. And Lovett, A. Overall, A draft right there, man. Great draft. Great job, Tony. Great job.
Yeah, I was just gonna stick with the knees up there, and I wasn't gonna. It was tempting. I wanted to trade because you know what I did the other day. When I traded the 101 pick, that draft that I sent you.
Yeah. Then you have top. Was it top 9 or was it 3?
What? I think it was top 12%.
Okay.
Yeah, top 12.
Doug, what you doing?
I wasn't gonna cheat you. I was just doing
Bro, I was about to turn this live upside down.
I wasn't about to cheat you, my
Hey,
guy.
that'd have been your second one today, Prime.
Came out the
Hey.
dark with it.
Look, I knew you was in the chat. I was not about to cheat
Hey, I ain't never seen a pastor so volatile. Gee.
Well, you know,
Look,
well,
you know, I ain't went yet. After you, I'ma go.
well, you know, when
Pastor
you
was
got,
preaching
you got,
earlier.
when you
And
got,
on
when
the
you got,
panel they want to draft.
well, you know, when you got members that care about their hair more than the word of God, you know, you gotta.
Well, hey, I took offense, man. I ain't got no damn hair.
Well,
Come on, Pastor Bone Crusher now.
well, I'm talking about the sheep. I'm talking about the sheep wool hair.
I got
Wow.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, you only gonna wish to have hair like this one day.
My brother, I got a great grade. Yeah. That's relaxing with you.
Billy Goat.
That's relaxing with you. Got a little bit of that Dubai mud water out there. So yeah. but anyway.
All right, Minister Mr. Demetrius, you were on the clock, sir.
All right. Let me check out the trades real quick. We only got 2.
Yeah, you got 2, but you can trade. If you know a particular trade that you want, you can trade it.
I'm gonna wait to 65. Let's go forward.
Okay.
All right. Let's see here. Scroll up.
Make sure you guys magnifying glass turn the right way.
Yeah. Scroll back. Shut up, man.
Leave him alone, Tony. Damn.
Yeah, let me okay, scroll back up one more time. I mean, yeah. Let me go back to the top.
Got you.
Yeah, let me go ahead and let me get Zach.
Okay. Zach.
Go down.
Frazier.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm tripping. I'm like, Zach. I didn't see a Zach name. All
Right.
I was tripping too.
All right, scroll up for me. Let's see here. Let me get Mike.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Michael Penix.
Yeah,
I knew he wasn't talking about Michael Penix. And if he did, I sure hit the wrong button.
Yeah. All right, scroll up for me.
All right.
Let me see. Yeah, we only got 2. Oh man. Let me see the trades real quick.
So you're at your 65. You did ask me. So you got New England Patriots offering a 68 and the LA Rams at 83.
Let me give them the 65 for the 68. Let me see if they give me that 103.
Which one? You talking about the Patriots?
Yeah, let me get that 68.
Mm-hmm.
Give them the 65.
Mm-hmm.
And give me their 103. Let's see if they'll give that to me.
Mm-mm.
Let me try the 137.
Yes.
Give it to me.
All right.
All right.
Back on the clock.
Trade.
All right. Scroll down. Go to wide receiver real quick.
Okay.
Let me check this out real quick.
Hey, Dylan, I already got stuff lined up, my guy. You don't even know what's coming after the draft.
Let me see here. Yeah, let me get JB.
You want Burton?
Yeah, let me get Burton.
Burton. Yeah.
Let me get Burton right there. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I should be real disrespectful, but I ain't gonna do it.
This your draft, my guy.
Yeah. Let me go to Edge real quick. Let's see.
Your boy still got time. He hasn't been picked. I already know.
Yeah.
You still got time.
Go cornerback real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, go back cornerback. I'll see if I can double dip there real quick.
Corner Andrew pull back up.
Nah.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, let me get Jones.
Okay.
Let me get Jones. I know we got 2 already. I'm cool with that. Cole Bishop.
You want Cole Bishop?
Yep, let me get Cole Bishop.
Okay.
All right. Go tight end.
Right
Yep, go tight end.
okay.
Scroll down. All right, now I'm gonna hold on to that. Let me go to interior defense.
D-lineman?
Yeah, let me go D lineman real quick.
Okay.
Okay. It's a little too early for him. That's not gonna give me. Yeah, god dang, it's a little too early. Go back up for me real quick.
Yes, sir.
Give me a Leonard Taylor.
All right.
Okay, now let's go back to tight. Let me go back to tight end.
Mm-hmm.
Still too early for him. I'm gonna take him. Give me Jaheim Bell.
Okay, and you got 240.
Give me a kicker.
You want the one out of Alabama?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's see what you wrote.
I know I didn't get a running back, but I'm cool.
Okay, like I said, that it wasn't a need. So for Zach Frazier, you got a B. For Mike, you got an A. For Burton, you got a B plus. Jones a B. Bishop a B. Taylor a A. Bell a B.
So you trusting in Burton developing, or you think Mingo bouncing back?
Say what now?
You got to be
You think Burton is developing like that, or you think Mingo is bouncing back?
I just did a draft, bro. I ain't even thought about all that. Yeah,
I mean, I'm just asking because you waited that long to take Burton.
Oh yeah, no reason. No reason, bro. To be honest with you, I just did a draft. I'm gonna be honest with you.
We got to change his name to BBB.
We got our first B of the night, yo. We got our first B.
Hey, there we go. I'll take it.
Sorry, man. I'm sorry.
B team. Ain't no need to be. I ain't sorry about it. I feel good.
All right, let's go.
That
Let's
kicker
see.
you took might have been one of the smartest decisions because, like I said, people overlook a kicker. Highly important right now, especially with the new kickoff rules.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Punter, kicker, etc. You know what I mean?
All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and trade with the Chargers and give our 33 and 240 for a 37, 105, and 140. Let's see if it goes through.
Oh, okay, we see. Get rid of that 240.
That 240 is going to be important. I'm gonna just let y'all know. Y'all don't see value in that 240, but that 240 got some value.
5th round next year. All right, so let's go.
We got to show we can drive before we worry about 240.
I always get the scraps at 240, man.
All right, I'm gonna take Troy Franklin right here.
We haven't been able to draft in the 3rd and the 4th, let alone 240.
Hey man, listen, but see, that's the old regime. You got to throw that mindset away. True. You got to. It's a whole new regime, you know.
Just like the armor, every component is important.
About to do another trade 39 and get 44 and 112.
Now hold on, C Dougie.
What?
You're doing too much now.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll stop.
I'll just play with you.
I'm gonna say that's reasonable.
It's your draft.
It's your draft, man. I'm just playing.
Right now.
And Peyton Wilson fell all the way to
I dropped
44.
5 places, and Peyton Wilson was still there.
Nah, you got
Hey man, you can't take no. Hey,
reason why he's still
don't
there.
get into the B team. Go ahead, man.
All right, let's see. So
Hey, Tony,
I got my wide
Tony,
receiver.
look behind you real quick.
Got my wide receiver.
Hey,
got my linebacker.
Let's focus, sir. Let's focus.
All right, let's see.
Spell it.
65.
BLIND.
I'm gonna take Jonah Ellis out of Utah.
That's a good pick.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and take Van Pran right here. Then we're back on the clock.
Hey, you got hella picks, boy.
All right, I'm not gonna take him right there.
Dougie visiting the buffet twice.
I'm gonna go ahead and get Ben Sanat. Then
I don't know. This draft feel rehearsed.
then I'm gonna get Brendan Rice. Double down.
He did waste no time with them trades. Like he had been looking already.
You know what I'm saying?
I was paying attention to y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Tony, don't be doing that, big cuz. Don't do that now. Don't do that to me.
Oh, I thought my
That's
mic
good
was
at
me. My
draft,
bad.
Then we brought in, I think, did we bring in Tyler Davis? I don't think we did. because I really got everything I need. I'm gonna go get a corner.
Wow, that's why I ain't been getting notifications from Discord.
Why?
Cause I had to update it. I ain't even had to update it.
That's crazy. All right. So they got a corner there. I know what my last pick. People gonna say it's a homer pick, but hey, oh well.
Yeah. Hey, Jeremy, no way Adonai Mitchell falls to 39, man.
All right, right here.
So that's crazy.
I'm gonna take DJ James, a guy I talked over here at What's Up, Doug. And I'm gonna close.
I like DJ James.
I'm gonna close this one out with a homer pick. Go ahead and get my Tar Heel Cedric Gray. All right. So we got an A+ for Franklin, A+ for Wilson, A for Ellis, A for Van Pran, A for Ben Sinnott, a B for Rice, a B+ for Wade, a B for DJ James, and a B for Cedric Gray. Fish out with an A.
I'm good with all that besides Peyton Wilson.
Yeah. I was hoping Cooper fell. Hold on, we got somebody in the backstage. Oh, there's Andrew. What's going on, Andrew?
Man, ooh, what's good, man?
I see, Dougie. Yeah, I had mic problems with my StreamYard. So
that's because you was yelling at me earlier, Andrew. That's why.
I already know what you want.
That's why, Andrew. You was yelling at me earlier.
Let me go ahead and put you up so we can get out of here, Andrew. Go ahead. You
No,
are
I never yell at you, man.
my guy.
Hey, Rock Jones, Dougie pulling a Belichick.
Belichick.
He said a Belichick.
Okay, we got to fill all the needs, right?
Say that. Yeah, you got to at least get all the needs.
Draft, okay, let's go ahead and draft Troy Franklin.
Okay.
At 33.
All right.
Scroll down.
Yes, sir.
A lot of good choices.
Go down a couple more.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, go back up.
Yes, sir.
Let's go ahead and there he is. Let's draft Zach.
Zach, and then you can trade too if you want to, Andrew. You can trade back if you wanted to.
Right. Yeah, because see, yeah. Let's trade. Let's see what we got offered for trades.
Okay, you're at 65. The Patriots at 68 are trading. The Jets at 72. The Lions at 73, and the Vikings at 108.
Okay,
Mama Deuce, we're doing mock drafts. The NFL draft is next week.
Right. Let's look at the Jets real quick at 72.
Okay.
Okay, let's offer them 65.
Okay.
For 72.
Mm-hmm.
Let's get off 140. Let's give them 142.
Okay.
And we want 111.
Okay. It goes. That's it.
Andrew, but that 142, that's your bread and butter, baby.
All right.
You could have kept that one and still got off.
We got the one right before it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
You back on the clock at 72.
All right. We need an offensive. We need a defensive lineman. So let's get Brandon Dorless.
Oh, you said. Oh, okay. You want interior? My bad. Got you.
Yeah. Okay. What pick is this? 101?
This is 101.
Okay. Let's go ahead and draft Cade Stover.
Okay. You're at 111.
All right. What do we got for cornerbacks right now? CBs.
Okay. Let me see. Those are your available corners.
All right. Grab Jerry and Jones.
Okay. Now you're at 141.
Did we get a center? Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Yeah,
Did we get a? Did I didn't draft Peyton Wilson, did I? All right.
No.
Grab Maurice Lafau,
Okay.
linebacker.
And you got 240.
And that's everybody. No, yeah, I got a tight end. At 240, let's take kicker from
Okay.
Alabama.
All right. Let's see what Mr. Andrew got up for the night.
See, two people picked the kicker. I kind of agree with him at that 240. You know what I mean? You just
Yeah, why not?
All right,
underrated
for Troy
position.
Franklin. My bad, Miss Honky Dory. For Troy Franklin, you got an A. Zach Frazier, you got an A. Dorlich, you got an A. Stouffer, you got a B plus. Jones, you got a B plus. Gafar, you got an A. And for the kicker, you got a B minus. And you finished out with an A, Andrew.
All right.
Solid draft.
I got every
Yeah, that's a
position.
solid one.
Yes, sir. All right, man.
No, it's funny because I think
I ain't
Cade
get the
Stover's
draft.
a better
Oh,
tight
who's
end,
this
but
T-Money?
and not always
Yeah,
scores
T-Money.
points.
Oh, man, T-Money, you should have said something. My bad, man. My bad. Let me go ahead and put you back
Hey,
on.
T Money, this thing better be A plus 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 because you be tearing us apart in the chat
Yeah,
all
man.
night.
All right, let's see.
Yeah, let that young man get a good pick in.
All right. T-Money, you are on the clock.
All right. Well, first, can I look up in the first round to see who didn't get a quarterback that might need one? Because I know probably
Or do you want me to look at quarterbacks, or you want me to see who didn't get a quarterback?
who
Nah,
didn't
stroll
get a
up, stroll
quarterback.
up and see the
I can.
round one recap. Yeah.
Yeah, I can. 1 second.
Because I think that's gonna be the realistic thing is that somebody gonna want either Bo or Michael Penix. And
Yes,
they gonna-
sir.
The Raiders want Michael Penix.
And the
Bad
Raiders
one.
chose a tackle with their first pick.
Yeah.
And the
I was
Broncos
thinking
got a
either
corner.
Raiders or Broncos or Giants was
Let me see what the Giants did. Giants got Jaden Daniels.
okay. So then can we try to trade? What was the two teams we just said?
The Broncos or the Raiders. You can trade whoever you want, but the trade offers you got right now are the Commanders at 36, the Browns at 54, Ravens at 62, and Vikings at 108.
Them all too far.
The Raiders are at 44.
Yeah, can I try to trade with the Raiders?
Okay. And what are you going to offer them? I know the 33rd. You're going to want the 44. What else do you want?
I just threw you a plug right there, Team Money. I need some credit.
Thank you. Well, they see if they'll give up 77. They might not.
Okay. No, you just got to keep going because they didn't offer it. So I got to hit the button. So just offer what you want, and then I'll see if they go for it.
Okay. You can offer them 142.
And that's all? That's all you want to do?
Yeah.
Okay. They took it. All right. You are back on the clock at 39.
Let me go Zach Frazier.
Okay. 44.
Peyton Wilson still there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not taking him though.
You got Sanders, and you got Fisk. And
actually, let me see the receiver.
Okay. Let me actually go to receivers for you.
First time I seen Fisk drop that low tonight.
Yep. You got Keon Coleman, Wilson, Pearsall, Polk, Corley.
I'm gonna go Keon Coleman.
Okay. You're back on the clock at 65.
I'm gonna go Cooper.
Okay. 77.
I'm gonna go Trey Benson.
Okay.
I feel like he big, fast, can do everything.
101.
Let me see the corners, please.
Yes, sir.
Jalen Carson.
Okay. And you got 141 and 240 left.
Let me see the tight ends.
Okay. Your top one right there is Theo Johnson out of Penn State.
Yeah, I'll take Theo.
Okay. And 240.
Keep scrolling down, please. I don't see nobody I really want. I guess I'll keep it hometown and go to the edge rush out of UNC Charlotte.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Go Niners.
I'm about to say I can give you about a B plus. All right. So for Frazier, you got an A. Keon Coleman, you got an A. Coop, you got an A. Benson, you got a B. Carson, you got a B. Johnson, you got an A. And the guy out of University of Charlotte gave you a B plus, finishing out as an A. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, Team Money. All right, Team Money. All right, let me see something real quick.
Hey, back to his man Iyabi out of Charlotte. They said that he might be a NFL surprise. You know what I mean? Because he how do you put it? Competition. You know what I mean? He did well with the competition around him, but they believe his game can elevate once in the NFL. He has the talent to do so. I saw that in the Sports Illustrated description of him and everything else.
Okay. Well, I appreciate everybody that pulled up. We are literally a week away. Right now is 10:25 local meeting back at Charlotte. We will know how the board is going to fall going into Friday. So this time, possibly next week, we should know how this board is going to fall. Is Carolina going to trade up? Did they stay put? Is somebody going to ring that phone for Dan so we can trade back? So I cannot wait. Again, I appreciate my guy, Uncle Quan, pulling up from the Panthers Experience. 2 fans in the stands, my big cousins, Tony and CJ. PPP, holding it down. Mr. Honky Dory, I appreciate you pulling up. T-Money, I appreciate you pulling up. Andrew, I appreciate you pulling up. We had Nick. We had Steve. Also, I appreciate Dunc, our special guest, pulling up tonight. And our guy, AJ, as well, man. Fellas, do you have anything that you would like the people to know for upcoming content or lives?
For me, I did just drop my own mock today.
Okay.
I'm kind of like the older Panther content creators that's making my way back around, dropping new content again.
Well, T-Man, I definitely appreciate you pulling up tonight, man.
Thank you. It's nice. Like I said, I subscribe to y'all, so I'm definitely gonna be checking in and
yes, sir,
seeing what y'all putting out.
All right,
big love, man.
What you got, big cousins?
Hey, I just want to thank you, Doug, for letting us show up, and we'll be live Saturday at noon, and we'll be getting back into our position group analysis and kind of rounding that on out before the draft. So appreciate you.
Yes, sir. PPP, you got anything?
Yeah, I'll probably just be dropping a video maybe sometime tomorrow. I gotta travel to Williamsburg, Virginia, so I'll try to get something in before the weekend is out. But we'll probably be going live again. Just talking about some stuff that we saw in the interviews this past week that just happened this week here, and some draft stuff. So yeah, excited. And thank you for bringing me on the platform, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Yes, sir. I
Be
appreciate
safe on that road, man.
I appreciate it. I got to be up at 3:00 in the morning.
Get some rest, man. Sheesh.
Quan, you got what you got for the people?
Hey, man, as always, I appreciate y'all pulling up to the channel. Literally, shout out to all of y'all that's in the chat. It's way too many of y'all to name, man. This show was literally popping with numbers, man, and all of you guys that came through. Shout out to the panel, man. The panel has been loaded. It had 2 fans on here. It had Dunc from Unnecessary Bluntness. 2 fans in the stands. Had both guys from 2 fans in the stands over here. You had obviously PPP, who was up here, man. Brilliant mind. Andrew, another great guy. Mr. Hunky Dory, I see you in the chat, man. So it's nice to actually chop it up with you today. Same thing with Mr. T Money, man. So we appreciate all of you guys just for pulling up to the panel or the chat. Even if you popping in and you don't really comment a lot, man. We definitely appreciate all the love that you show on this channel. But yeah, man. As far as the Panthers experience, man, that's my channel over there. The Panthers experience, Uncle Quan. I will be dropping a couple of videos soon. Doug and myself have something behind the scenes that I do want to drop on the channel sometime, maybe before the draft. And then I'm also planning kind of like a little surprise live if time allows, man. So y'all stay tuned, man. If you are not subscribed to the Panthers experience, definitely go ahead and do so, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss the uploads on the channel.
Yes, sir, man. As always, I appreciate everybody pulling up. I hope everybody had a good time. It is draft season. I think the anticipation is through the roof like we started out. Again, I appreciate everybody that pulled up. If you did miss it, we will be live with details going about the draft. Also, we will be dropping winners and losers for the draft as a whole, and we will drop a video based off of our draft picks going on with the draft. Again, I appreciate everybody showing up. As we always say over here, what's up, Doug? One love, stay safe, and keep pounding like my guys over there at Two Fans in the Stand say.